Hello everybody, and today we are going to be showing you how to get a free RAI K in your game of Firebase Z. Step 1 is just going to be opening up the map. What works best for me is running the first round in the spawn room, and then running rounds 2 through probably 6, 7, or 8 in the very next room, and just running trials as you do so, as you do have a chance of getting the RAI K from the trials. Otherwise, it could get you some extra points and a free perk. Now that we have a legendary reward able to be claimed at any time, we can start opening up the rest of the map and then getting access to power and pack-a-punch. Similarly to Garage Crovey, we're just going to have 3 modules that we need to start up and then kill enough zombies around the module without them doing enough damage to it to break it. Once we do all 3 of those, we'll be able to move on with the next steps of the side quest. Now that all the generators are set up, we can claim our legendary reward, which may be a RAI K if you're lucky enough, but otherwise if it's not, then the rest of this video will teach you how to do it. Now that we know we didn't get it, we can start actually building the RAI K. Step 1 is going to be interacting with this blueprint on this wall right here. And then next things next, we can go out into the Desert Badlands area and then collect our first part, which is going to be actually behind a zombie's eye. So there's that. Now that we have the first part, we're going to take it over to this location over here to get a set of keys. So now we can start opening up lockers, and that will summon up some extra mimics for us to take care of, and the mimic will drop the next part of the RAI K. By opening each of these lockers, there is a chance to spawn in a mimic, which will make the very obvious mimic sound. And then upon killing each mimic, you'll have a chance to spawn in a gold shrouded part, and then that will be the next part to the RAI K. So you'll just continue opening up these lockers until you get the correct part. Next, we have the infamous Dartboard Step. If you interact with this computer, it'll spin this little wheel around in a circle, stopping at 3 different parts, either a white or a black section of the dartboard. You'll have to keep a mental note or draw it out, and then you'll have to shoot the respective sections of the dartboard in the spawn room, and then hitting a bullseye after you've shot the 3 first corresponding coordinates. After doing this, the dartboard will open, and you'll have your next part to the RAI K. Unfortunately, after that has been completed, that is the last thing that you can do up until about rounds 14, 15, or 16, because the next step is going to be shooting the arm cannon off of a mangler. You can actually get this a lot earlier in your game if you're following along with the Easter eggs, and you can force a spawn for one through the yellow crystal step of the Easter egg, and we do actually have a full guide for that up on the channel. But if you're not following the Easter eggs, you will have to wait until about rounds 14, 15, or 16. Then, like I said, you're going to shoot off the arm cannon of the mangler, and it's going to drop you a battery. So that will be the final part for the RAI K. Next, once you have the battery picked up, you're going to bring it over to this crafting table, place it in the charger, and then run 2 rounds. And it is counting the round that which you put it down at. So if we're putting down the battery around 15, we just have to complete round 16, and then by the beginning of round 17, you'll be able to pick up the battery. And like you see on screen here, if you are confused as to how many rounds you've had it on the charger for, all you have to do is interact with it, and they will tell you if you have or have not charged it for long enough. Then the last thing we need to do is take all the parts of the crafting table in that lab, and then you can build the RAI K. So here we are, round 17, picking up the charged battery, bringing it over to this crafting bench. You can hold down the interact button to craft the RAI K. It'll replace the current gun you're holding, and then you have a free RAI K-84 in your game. If you like what you see and you're new around here, please consider giving us a subscribe, as it's free. We really appreciate it. But otherwise, we will see you on the next one. Thank you very much.